Hi, thank you if you're watching this today. Um, I thank God that He has brought messages and He brings words and He brings encouragement. I pray, Father, that you would just be in the message today, that you would speak to those who need to hear, that you would give us all eyes that see and ears that do hear what you're trying to say to us and trying to give over to us. I just pray that we would be able to pick up the little pieces, little nuggets of what you want us to ingest. He is clearing the way for connection, clearing the way for connectors. So just what I want to say today is coming from my own life. I had a word yesterday about to give to someone, and it was a coin that was flipping in the hand, and when the coin landed on the tails. But the tails that I seen in my head was the crown, like the old coin. So it was a crown and it had some branches coming out of it, like some plants or flowers. So I seen the crown and I seen 3 stems coming out. And the message was that when it doesn't land on heads, it still is not going to land on tails. And there's so much of life that really gets tossed up into the air. There's so many things that gets tossed up into the air for us. And God just wants to say that it's not going to land on tails. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're experiencing at the moment, when the coins are flipped in your hand, they cannot land on a tails. Because the tails side is the Trinity. It's the Godhead. When it's not heads, it's the Godhead. So because I had seen the crown with the 3 stems, that's where I'm bringing this round to the Godhead and round to the Trinity. And it's just a beautiful picture of how things just can't go wrong. Not really wrong. They can go wrong for a season or wrong for a time, or things can be hard, but actually when something is flipped for you and it's not landing on the head or what we perceive to be the head, then it will land on the Godhead, it will land on the Trinity, it will land on Him. And He's just saying that, don't worry, stop panicking, stop overthinking. I was also reminded about 1 Samuel 16, when Samuel anoints David. The Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you mourn for Saul, since I have rejected him as king over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and be on your way. I am sending you to Jesse of Bethlehem. I have chosen one of his sons to be king." And when I'm with my own circumstance at the moment, the thing for me is that we've been trying to get our eldest daughter into a secondary school, and the one that I wanted it to be, we didn't make the cut. And so we give a list of maybe about 3 more schools secondary to this particular choice, and we didn't make the cut. And okay, so God, it's not this one that I really, 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 really wanted to be. You're saying no to this. And this one over here, it looks like we're saying yes to this, right? It's gotta be this, it's gotta be this. And it wasn't this. It wasn't this one that we wanted so badly. And it wasn't this one. How low can you go? And it ultimately has ended up to become the one that we really didn't want. The one that was so far down that list. It was so far down that it wasn't even considered. It wasn't on the board. And yet that's the one that we have been allocated. And very much just like David wasn't even on the board. He was nowhere near it. He wasn't the first choice, he wasn't the second choice, he wasn't the third choice or the fourth or the fifth or the sixth. He wasn't even on the board. He wasn't even an option. And yet God chose David. And I'm pretty sure his family, his father, just okay, Samuel is coming. He's going to anoint one of my sons. David's not even on it. It's not even a consideration. It's not even an option. It's a laughing thought. No way. And yet this is the one that God chooses. And, even when I read at the start of Samuel, the Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you mourn for Saul?" And I felt that today. How long will you mourn for your Saul? This beautiful idea, this beautiful one that you thought this is going to be the right one and it's going to be the right way, and yet God says no. He's rejected that. And then Samuel stands in front of Jesse's boys, Jesse's men, Jesse's sons. Okay, it's not this one. Okay, it's not this one. It's not this one either. It's not this one. And suddenly this little scrawny thing comes out, probably looking a mess. He probably stinks. And with our human eyes, we look at it and we say, this cannot be the right one. This cannot be the right one. God says this is the right one. So please just take that, whatever you've got going on, whatever is your situation or circumstance at the moment. When the coins are flipped in the hands of a son or daughter of God, there are no tails, because it's either going to be the head or it's going to be the Godhead. That's it. That's your options. Do you believe that? Do you truly believe that? Can you believe that God really has wonderful, marvelous things, and every single thing is just brought in together for you because you love Him? Thank you, Father, for being a good Father, a marvelous Maker, wonderful Creator. You bring all things together for good for those that love you and are called to your purpose. We are called to your purpose, Father. So thank you for bringing it all together, for pulling us along through the thick, through the thin, and making something marvelous where there's seemingly nothing but a scrawny little kid. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me. I can feel that there are people here, not here, but there are people in a circle here, and I just thank you for listening. Sitting on cushions. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed day.